this is going to be a pretty raw video. Like, I'm probably not going to be editing it too much at all, like barely even cutting it. But just want to sit down, have a quick discussion with you guys. Well, I don't know how quick it may be actually, but just to talk about what the hell has been happening, what happened, all those things. So this all started back in March, like late March, the 29th to be exact. And I was doing a live stream on both Twitch and YouTube because that's what I primarily do. And I was actually streaming a reaction to Has Been Hotel, which is allowed on Twitch because I'm a Prime member, Amazon Prime and whatnot. And I did forget about YouTube having issues with, if it's copyright content, it will actually give you a strike because of that if you're live streaming it. So it's a little bit different than, again, if you are reacting to it and it's something that, of course, you don't own and they have a copyright claim on the actual platform itself. You would just get a copyright content claim on the video itself, and the copyright owners would get all the revenue on that video. Quite understandable, but again, when you're streaming it, YouTube actually warns you multiple times. I don't know how many times exactly they warn you when you're streaming it. And my issue with what I'm referring to is I actually utilize a third-party program to stream to YouTube and Twitch, so I was unable to get that warning. So what ended up happening is, since I ignored the warning, I ended up getting a strike, or in this case, a warning, because your first strike, whether it's, I think it's a community guideline strike or a copyright strike, will usually end up being a warning. So that happened then, and now we fast forward to May 15th. This is when I finally, because I've just been super busy and YouTube has went really low on my priority list, and that's just because of, life, getting ready for my son to be here next month. I finally posted the Discord memes video that we're going to be talking about in some detail here. So again, I did this stream, I don't know when, maybe even in April. So it was out a month after. Okay, so posted a video just like I normally would. Okay, then I get a strike, and I was like, whoa, like I got a strike. Okay, like what did I goof on? What did I miss? What is YouTube pretty much mad about regarding this video? Okay, so I get the strike and the notification that YouTube removed my content. So I'm going to read the email, and you guys, of course, want to see it on the screen as well. Hi, djb. Our team has reviewed your content, and unfortunately, we think it violates our child safety policy. We've removed the following content, and that was the video. Gave me the timestamp of when it happened around, and of course, that was my first strike. So they stated that I broke the policy, or child safety policy. Okay. And it says that content that shows minors doing dangerous activities with risk of bodily injury isn't allowed on YouTube. Harmful activities can include using tobacco or marijuana, drinking alcohol, doing dangerous stunts, or misusing fireworks. We may make limited exceptions for content with educational documentary. Oh, jeez, I'm reading too fast. For content with educational, documentary, scientific, or artistic context. Okay. So that was my first strike. And what they're referring to within the video, and I can't, of course, show it. The only thing I could do is go over it and describe it as best as possible. Was in the video, like again, early on in the video, one of the things that I was watching, of course, through all the memes that were provided to me, was it was a video, an Asian male, okay? And I strongly believe this was not a kid. Not even a teenager. Maybe, and it could have been a teenager, but he looked definitely near an adult, wherever the case may be. Either way, definitely didn't look like a younger child. That's all I can really state, and that's my belief on that. But and most of you probably have seen this video before. He's sitting there, he gets screamed like, ah! He throws his headphones, he gets up, pulls out the weapon, the gun, and shoots it, which he doesn't actually shoot it. What happens is you hear the sound, you see a fake bullet hole effect that appears afterwards. So that is the video that they're referring to, and they believe that, again, because to their AI or whatever case may be, well, let's go with this. The AI system, picked up on this being a possible child, wherever the case may be. Okay, so I wasn't too like upset with that. I'm like, all right, let me just try to appeal here, just state like what I feel. I was like, I don't think this is a child, you know, those type of things. And long story short, they rejected the appeal, which is very standard on YouTube. Like, you really don't hear many times your appeals actually getting approved. I mean, a lot of YouTubers will for sure tell you that, right? So that happened. Okay, first strike. I'm like, oh shit, can't do anything for a week. That's post, upload, nothing. Okay, so I'm like, all right, it is what it is. I'll let it be. But what I took from that was they don't like this video. That's all that they said that was the issue, you know, mainly. Like, this part of your video is a no-no. Like, we want you to learn from this. Don't do it again. I'm like, all right, cool. So what I did is I took it upon myself to re-edit the video, remove that clip or that portion of the video, as well as some other things that I strongly felt like, you know what, this may be a little bit on the like the side of, they might not like this either. They might give me an age restriction, something like that, you know, just along those things. So I re-edit the video, I re-upload it, and as soon as my suspension, essentially, is, or probation, whatever you want to call it, probationary period, was over, I uploaded the video, or excuse me, I published the video on May 23rd. Same title, same description, all that, okay? Again, just without the video that they said I violated the policy using, as well as some other ones that I strongly felt was like, all right, again, I'm kind of on the fence about this. Shortly after that, I got striked again. And both of these times where I got striked were like maybe within the hour or something like that. So it was shortly after the video was posted. And I will touch on this real quick. Diamond, or Humor Waffle, we're good friends. And he was informing me that from what he's heard, and if he's watching this, or if you're watching this, if he wants to elaborate a little bit more on this, and maybe one of you may know what he's talking about, is, so the format of the videos, or yeah, the videos, I guess, that I got these strikes from, not including the one I got the warning for, were live streams, you know, where I had the chat box on the screen and whatnot. Okay, so he's told me that lately videos that, you know, were from a live stream, like automatically get flagged for some reason on YouTube systems, and it gets automatically like set to be reviewed. So a lot of people, to alleviate that, have been blurring their chat box in the first little like minute of their video and then allowing it. Again, I don't know how true this is, or, you know, what, if this is speculation or wherever, you know, I don't know of any proof of this, but this is what he was informing me. So, which could explain why, you know, these videos just got randomly picked up, I guess. All right. So either way, just to come back to what I was just saying, is I got the second strike. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what is it now? Here's the email. Okay. Our team has reviewed your content, and unfortunately, we think it violates our child safety policy. That again, this child safety policy thing. I'm like, what? Like, what now? Like, there's nothing related to a child, you know, young teenage, whatever, you know, whatever the case that may be. Like, there's nothing in this video regarding a child. So, you know, we know that this may be disappointing, but it's important to us that YouTube is a safe place. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Here's where shit gets just really like aggravating. I was upset. I was really like, what the fuck right here, okay? We have zero tolerance for predatory behavior on YouTube. Content that sexualizes minors in any way is not allowed on YouTube. I was fucking pissed. Like, I don't get mad easily, guys, like at all. I'm very cool-headed. My head is, you know, just screwed on tight, all those things. When I saw those words, predatory behavior and sexualizes minors, I was absolutely blown away, just shocked, and just confused. I immediately called my wife, like, honey, they fucking took the video down again. And I was like, but that's not what I'm mad about. I'm mad about what the fuck they're pinning on me, or claiming that I did. You know, she tried to calm me down. I'm like, blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm really just upset. Again, fuck the strikes. I don't care about the strikes. The strikes or whatever. We'll deal with that. The fact that these words were even like mentioned really irked me. So I'm on Discord. I'm on my Discord server, scrambling to figure out what people like. What just happened here? They're telling me this and this and that. I'm telling you guys, there is nothing in this video, and I would never even allow anything like that on this video that would even remotely like be related to anything like this. You know, so I'm scrambling. I'm like, what the hell? You know, so the only thing that we could even all come to a conclusion on was the thumbnail. I can't post that either because who knows what the fucking happened, okay? All it was so I got a screenshot of an anime, which apparently may have been a hentai. Just the face of the character. And, you know, then my face was on there, you doing a typical, like, you know, all that shit. You know, my typical thumbnail. And it says something about, you know, your yogurt is yummy, whatever, okay? You know, just one of those type of thumbnails. But the only thing we can really think of was the thumbnail because, you know, in culture and whatever is accepted in other countries and cultures or whatever, what I'm getting at is, you know, the age for consent and stuff like that is younger in some countries, right? So that what could have happened was this character could have been portrayed as a teenager or younger person, whatever the case may be. And that is the only thing we could come up with. Because I literally allow for, you know, people like, if you haven't watched the video in my Discord, like, here's the link to it. Watch it. Tell me if I'm tripping. No one else could come up with anything where it was related to this. So I took it upon myself to really detail out my appeal. Like, I'm talking timestamps. Like, here is this, you know, here, you know, this could have been this type of nature, blah, blah, blah. But it has not, but I'm essentially proving my point of there's nothing regarding predatory behavior, minors being sexualized, anything like that in this video. 5-10 minutes after I submit the appeal, rejected. Not fucking shocked. Again, YouTube's system, automated system, whatever the case may be, is absolutely a joke. Like, I mean, I may sound like a broken record when I mean by that, like with other YouTubers talking about this topic, but it's absolutely like just frustrating that, again, it's frustrating that not the first strike, not the warning, those are whatever. I can understand that. But when something like this is being like pinned on you, or was being claimed or whatever, stuff like that, like, and they just don't actually give a fuck to really like take into consideration what you're saying or proving, it's absolutely like, it's crazy to me. You know, I was already kind of trying to get back into, you know, pushing content out, especially before my son gets here, because I'm not going to have much time, you know, until he's at a certain age where, you know, things calm down and I'm able to slowly get back into the groove of things again. But man, they really like, YouTube like really let me down, honestly. Like, let me down a lot. You know, the only way to really get to them is to make videos like this, and somehow, you know, if it blows up and somebody sees it, which I don't think that's going to happen here. But I still want to state my piece on here and give my 2 cents about, you know, what I felt and explain to people what happened while I was gone. And by the way, with the second strike, I was gone or I wasn't allowed to do anything for an additional 2 weeks. And if you don't know, I am 1 strike away from the channel being gone, like completely gone. And that goes for content that's not even on my channel anymore. Like, you can still get a strike for something that's been long deleted. Like, that's just the way they go about things. You know, but that's where I'm at right now, which is absolutely, you know, it is a little bit scary in a sense. Because one little random like issue could just take it all away. Which again, like, you know, I know my peak for the channel was around like 130. I forgot what sub number it was or what time or period it was, and I'm okay with that. You know, that doesn't mean that's the only peak that the channel will have, for whatever case may be. But all I'm saying is that I don't want this channel to go anywhere, even if that means, you know, I'm not doing much on it at that time or at this time, you know. But I just wasn't going to allow for, well, it's still, you know, the result's still the same, but I wasn't just going to let this happen and not have some sort of rebuttal or, again, like, explain how I felt about this. Because again, this is, it's terrible. It honestly is. So with that being said, like I said, I just want to explain all of that, like what occurred, why I've been gone. I guess a little bit more than I normally would have been, because again, I would have been posting stuff. I'm not necessarily worried about the strikes, because again, I'm not going to really be doing much. These strikes both expire in August. So again, I'm not exactly worried about anything, because I'm going to be away anyways, honestly. Again, making sure my son and my wife, my daughter, you know, my family, has everything they need, and I need to spend time. Of course, time is important. But I will say this. So with this being said, reactions are pretty much done as of right now. Like, nothing's ever, especially with me, nothing is ever set in stone, but there's just too many problems. There's too many. It's not worth the trouble that comes with these meme videos and stuff like that a lot of this time. Because again, like, I've done things like this obviously on a constant basis, like all over the channel, right? But like, when stuff like this happens, like it's just not worth it. So I don't know what this exactly means for a channel, but I know that there's going to be a shift, or a bigger shift in content. The type might be more like VODs, gaming for sure. I don't have enough time and money for tech reviews, and again, that's such a lot. But all of these are really a saturated market, oversaturated, really. But I mean, I know for all of you that actually have my back, and you know, not necessarily care about the content type, but you're just here to support me and stuff like that. Like, I know you'll still be here, which I appreciate you. But I get it. If you're just here for the type of stuff I was doing before and you're done, I get it. I do. And I hope to see you again. But just want to say that I'm still going to be streaming, of course. Not going to be streaming reactions, I'll tell you that, especially on YouTube. But I'm still going to be streaming every week. Well, except for when my son gets here for a little bit. That's going to be on hold for a little while. But yeah, man, that's pretty much the situation. Sucks, really does. I mean, let me know how you feel down below, and I could definitely talk to you guys more about things that maybe I didn't touch on. Hope to see you on the stream. Yeah. If any of you know YouTube employees, tell them to get a hold of me before I whoop some ass. But I miss you guys. Love and appreciate you. Yeah, that's the current situation. That's pretty much it. So hope you understand. I hope to see y'all again. Again, I hope no other BS happens. Especially while I'm gone. Yeah. I will catch y'all later, I guess. All right, y'all. Peace.